whose supply is 220 volt DC, right? So these are some standard data where RSH value is 220 ohm and its rated current is 1 ampere. The value of RA is 1 ohm and the rated current is 12 ampere under full load. Although we know that the rated current can be 25% more than its rated, right? Now, how do we start a DC motor? When 220 volt is applied against armature, what is the magnitude of current flow in the armature? So as you can see, plus minus we have 220, we'll have plus minus 220, we'll have plus minus 220. Now the voltage across armature, since all these two are parallel to your supply, so we'll have 220 volt across RA. So what will be the current when we start without any additional setup, right? So we'll have a current of 220 amperes flowing in, right, which is much greater than the rated current, right? So what will happen to the machine? The machine will burn, and this is called as inrush, right? So then how do we avoid the inrush current? So by Ohm's law, right? So by Ohm's law we know that I is equal to V by R. So we have to reduce I. So since we have to reduce I, either V should be reduced or R should be increased. So what we do is, in our lab, as you are all aware, in our lab we add an external resistance in series with armature. For an example, we have actually 14 ohm rheostat for armature, and we have 220 or 720 or 780 ohms for field, as you all are aware. So let's say we have a 19 ohm resistance connected in series. So let us say now we have a 19 ohm resistance connected in series. So is this position cut in or cut out, right? So this is actually cut in position. That is, in means we have included the entire resistance. So if I have a supply, the current path, let us say this is a total current, let us say I have total current coming in this path. It splits as I1 and I2, and the I2 current flows through the entire 19 ohm and then goes to armature. Thus we call this as included. This, the entire 19 ohm is being included. Now the armature, as discussed, is kept in cut in. Generally we call that as the entire resistance is being included, right? So the armature current now, when we apply a 220 volt, it will be, so the voltage of across 19 plus voltage of across 1 ohm together is 220. So voltage gets divided between 19 and 1 by Ohm's law, right? So the total current is 11 amperes at the start when there is no load on the motor, which is less than the rated current. That is at the instant when we close. Right? Gradually it will go down. We'll just answer. I think most of you have seen it goes down to some current apart from 11 ampere. That's because EB is developed, right? We'll see. So cut out the armature rheostat such that the rated voltage is applied across the armature to run at its rated speed, right? In our lab it is 1500. So once we have started safely, making sure that the current is less than the rated current or somewhere equal to rated current, or we have avoided this inrush current, then we have to cut out the rheostat. Why? We have to subject the armature to its rated supply, that is 220 volt, right? So what we have to do, we have to cut out. That means you can see now the I2 current path, it will flow through this path, so that is to the knob and then back to the armature. So there is no flow of current through the 19 ohm. So the entire 220 volt is now appearing across armature. But now it is as same as the previous condition or the initial condition. The voltage of across 1 ohm is 220, but there is no induced current right now. The only reason behind this is we have some back EMF developed, right? So as we know, in shunt generator, right, in shunt motor, N is inversely proportional to flux. So sometimes it is such that, you know, even when we give 220 volt to the armature, we may not run the machine at rated speed. So in order to make sure that the machine runs at rated speed, what we can do is, as you can see here, speed is inversely proportional to flux. That is the flux generated in your field winding. So as the flux reduces, your speed will increase. So how can I reduce the flux? I can't reduce the supply voltage, right? Supply voltage should be 220. How can I reduce the current? So by Ohm's law, I is equal to V by R. So how can I reduce the current I, as V is constant, right, I can increase the denominator, is resistance. So what we do is we add an external resistance in series, and we generally maintain it in cut out position. That's its initial stage. Then we move the resistance from cut out, if required, to cut in gradually, and make sure the machine runs at rated speed. So as you can see in the animation, it goes step by step. So as we move step by step, we can make sure that the machine runs at its rated speed only if we require. I think some of you might have experienced that, you know, sometimes we may not vary the field rheostat at all. Just to test if you how much sure are you on the experiment. If you remember the load test on DC shunt motor, I repeat, I am explaining with respect to DC motor. So load test on DC shunt motor, that is the left corner bed, right? There we have never altered the field position of motor, just by only keeping the armature rheostat from cut in to cut out, right? And without touching the field rheostat, we have able to attain the rated speed. Whereas for Swinburne's or for retardation or for load characteristics or shunt generator, right, or any other experiment, or for speed apart from speed control, we actually have varied the field rheostat in order to explain, in order to attain the rated speed, right? So I initially 220. I initially means at this position it is 220 bar 220, or even at this position it is still 220 bar 220. This resistance value is 180 ohm. You can see this is the path of current I1, right? So 220 by 220 is 1. So as we cut in, let us say it is at this position, approximately around 80 ohm. So we will have 220 divided by 220 plus 80, it is around 0.733 amperes. So as current reduces, 1 by 0.73, it's much greater. So I'll have greater speed. This is how we increase the speed if required, right? So these are the different steps just to see how the current would reduce. So just a quick recap. How are they connected? How is your field? What's the initial position of field and what's the initial position of armature? So initial position of armature should be in cut in, and initial position of field should be in cut out. So this we use in order to make sure the machine runs at its rated speed if required. Even though after giving the rated voltage, if the machine is not running at its rated speed, we can use the help of field rheostat. Why are we giving an additional resistance in series to armature? Just to avoid the inrush current. Why? Because EB is 0 initially. As EB is 0, I is equal to V by R. V is 220, R is 1 ohm, will have a high current, right? So when we have an EB, then the value of I will be V minus EB divided by R. So because of EB, the numerator will reduce, and thus it is self-regulating mechanism. So this is one of the significance of back EMF, right? So cut in included, cut out excluded in general, right? So we first move from cut in to cut out thoroughly, and then if required, the field rheostats from cut out to cut in steps, just to make sure the machine runs its rated speed. So let's see how do we start a DC motor generator set. And this actually we use it for one experiment, as load test on DC shunt generator, to find internal and external characteristics along with the magnetization curve. So as we are aware, the armature should be in cut in position to avoid inrush current. The field should be in cut out position, that is maximum here and minimum at this field, right? So then we cut out the armature resistance completely, right? And if the DC motor speed is not under its rated speed, only then we use the field rheostat resistance to ensure that the rated speed is attained, right? So as I showed you a small animation here, so it stopped at this point, and further if required I can move it down. Thus by increasing the resistance, I will decrease the flow of current as discussed in the previous video. So now let us assume that it's running at rated speed, right? So as you are aware, this is which type of DC generator? This is shunt. Under shunt, this comes under self-excited. So because of some residual flux, So right, because of some residual flux, right, the rheostat is kept in cut-in position with respect to generator. I repeat, the rheostat is kept in cut-in position with respect to generator, but whereas motor it is just opposite. So here, because of small amount of field, I have a small amount of current, and because I have a large resistance, since we have to build the field, right, I have a small current flowing and I have a small field and I have a small induced EMF, as flux is directly proportional to induced EMF. Gradually we cut out the resistance. As we cut out the resistance, we know by Ohm's law, between these two nodes I am reducing the resistance. As I am trying to reduce the resistance step by step, I am trying to increase the current. As current increases, flux will also increase and thus induce EMF. So in this way we are trying to build the magnetization curve, right? So as you can see, we move slowly, step by step, right, and we have to stop at one particular point. If I can ask you a question, when do we stop? So we stop at a point when the induced EMF is equal to the rated voltage of your generator. So DC motor operates, in our lab we have DC motor which operates at 220 volt, and we have also DC generator which operates at 220 volt. So we must cut out until we have a voltage drop of, that is a voltage drop available for the terminal at 220 voltage, right? So I repeat, we have to stop here at a point when induced EMF is 220 volt, right? As you are aware, we do not move this gradually, we move and we wait, and I think after 120 volt or 180 volt, or probably after 180, a small variation in your field rheostat of a generator, there's a very large variation of your field current or your voltage, right? So this we have to do it gradually, right? So higher is the flow of current through the field generator, more flux is provided for the armature to cut, and thus we have more induced EMF. Thank you.